The midday dining rush had concluded, and the murmur of patrons in the modest highway diner gradually dissolved into peaceful quiet. Golden sunbeams streamed through the expansive windows, particles of dust dancing like miniature celestial bodies in the warm radiance. This should have been just another typical afternoon. However, for a woman called Clara Monroe, a dedicated single mother bearing weary eyes yet maintaining an optimistic expression, this marked the day her entire existence would transform completely. She remained unaware that the choice she would make within mere minutes would strip away everything she possessed, only to return to her more than she had ever dared to imagine. Before we explore this remarkable tale of compassion, selflessness, and renewed opportunities, please pause to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Untold Stories 0.4. If you feel our world requires greater empathy and human connection, your engagement helps deliver these authentic and moving narratives to those most in need of inspiration. The restaurant held no particular elegance. Years of countless footsteps had weathered the flooring. The crimson vinyl seating showed several tiers mended with adhesive strips. The coffee possessed enough strength to rouse even the most drowsy long-haul driver. Yet to Clara, this establishment represented far more than a simple eatery. This place meant her livelihood. Following her husband's departure several years prior, she had accepted every available shift, juggling extended hours at the restaurant with nurturing her 10-year-old son, Micah. Each gratuity represented groceries for their meals. Every wage payment ensured their utilities remained connected. On this particular day, the entrance chime sounded, and through the doorway entered a gathering that immediately captured everyone's attention throughout the establishment. The Hell's Angels appeared, leather vests, sturdy footwear, body art that chronicled journeys taken and conflicts endured. The atmosphere transformed instantly. Patrons spoke in hushed tones. An anxious stillness descended upon the diner as the motorcycle group occupied two corner booths. Several onlookers stared openly, while others hastily averted their gaze, and near the register, the manager, Mr. Peterson, grew visibly tense. Murmurs spread throughout the space. "Refuse to serve them," grumbled a patron at the bar. Another customer placed money beside their plate and quickly exited. Clara felt her pulse quicken. She had encountered tales, mostly hearsay, concerning the infamous motorcycle club. However, as her eyes found them, she witnessed something she hadn't anticipated. They displayed no hostility or disruptive behavior. They appeared fatigued, road-worn, and obviously famished. One member even assisted in repositioning a seat to accommodate an elderly companion's comfort. While her fellow employees remained paralyzed, Clara secured her apron more firmly and approached them carrying her order pad. Her fingers quivered, yet she managed a welcoming expression. "How may I assist you gentlemen today?" she inquired gently. Much to her amazement, the bikers responded with courtesy. They employed words like, "please," and expressed gratitude. They shared light-hearted humor. One individual even praised the dessert displayed in the showcase. Clara attended to them exactly as she would any patron, with genuine care and hospitality. As she delivered their meals, she included complimentary bread rolls and replenished their beverages without being requested. From her perspective, they posed no threat. They were simply individuals requiring a warm meal. Yet upon returning to the service station, her supervisor's expression blazed with fury. He drew her away forcefully. "Clara," he seethed, "what do you think you're doing? Are you aware of their identity? You risk alienating our regular clientele. This establishment maintains certain standards." Clara attempted to clarify that they had behaved respectfully, that they merited the same treatment as any guest. However, Mr. Peterson refused to listen. When the motorcyclists departed, leaving a substantial gratuity behind, Clara's destiny had been determined. That evening, after the final table received attention and chairs were inverted atop surfaces, Mr. Peterson presented her with a slim envelope. "Your employment ends today," he declared icily. "I cannot retain staff who ignores instructions and jeopardizes our business. You're terminated." Clara remained motionless. Dismissed for displaying compassion, for performing her duties. She attempted to appeal his decision, but he dismissed her entirely. Her breathing became labored as thoughts of Micah emerged, waiting at their residence, likely completing assignments, anticipating his evening meal. The burden of an uncertain future overwhelmed her completely. Unemployment meant unpaid rent. Unemployment meant bare kitchen shelves. The journey home stretched endlessly that evening, each footstep resonating with the persistent question, was my decision correct? The following dawn, Clara awakened with puffy eyes from weeping, yet she composed herself courageously for her child's sake. She concealed her anguish from his view. She prepared his breakfast cereal using their remaining milk and assured him she would resolve their situation. Internally, however, anxiety consumed her thoughts. She possessed no destination, no prospects for employment, and no explanation for her termination over such a simple act. Around noon, Clara detected the deep vibration of motorcycle engines beyond her modest apartment complex. Inquisitive residents observed from their windows financial contributions and supportive messages. Clara discovered herself positioned within something far greater than she had ever envisioned. A demonstration that kindness possesses the ability to expand outward, influencing lives well beyond her immediate circle. Clara ultimately secured employment at a family-operated restaurant where her compassionate nature received appreciation rather than punishment. Patrons visited not merely for the cuisine, but to encounter the woman who had possessed sufficient courage to serve the Hell's Angels with genuine warmth. During evening hours at home, as she prepared Micah for sleep, she shared the wisdom her experience had taught her. Regardless of society's messages, kindness never lacks purpose. Sometimes patience is required for its return to manifest. If this narrative of bravery, compassion, and unlikely friendship has moved you, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Untold Stories 0.4.